happens when you need to use two verbs together in a sentence. That's what I'm exploring today. I have done a similar video where the first verb is a preference verb, like love, hate, and enjoy. If you haven't seen that one yet, you can find it here. Now, you don't need to memorize all these verbs and the verb patterns that follow them. There are some simple rules that can help you to work it out for yourself. I'm looking at 12 verbs today to demonstrate these rules. When do we follow a verb with to plus infinitive? Well, think of to plus infinitive like your to-do list. It is organized, practical, results-focused, looking ahead towards a goal in the future. So verbs relating to the future, plans and goals, that sort of thing, will be followed by to plus infinitive. Whereas the verb that is followed by ing is a bit more relaxed, focused on the experience. It's about the process. It's in the moment, happening now. Or it can be something that happens generally. But it can also be used with verbs that look to the past, thinking nostalgically about what has already happened. Let's try it out. The first verb is want. I'm thinking about my desires for the future, so I use to plus infinitive. I want to go to Disneyland. Great. It's definitely on my to-do list. How about need? This also applies to the future. You need to cook my dinner. To plus infinitive. It is a goal and I'm thinking about the result. Would like. Similar to want, again we are looking ahead to the future. To plus infinitive. He would like to have a barbecue this afternoon. Okay, those ones were quite simple. But what about promise? What do you think? What do we make promises for? That's right, the future. To plus infinitive. Do you promise to love me forever? Refuse. This is a little bit trickier. If I refuse, I am saying no to something that I don't want to do in the future. Yes, so it's to plus infinitive. It's a decisive, practical thing to do. She refuses to go to school. Even though she is refusing now, it's about the result, not the process or the experience. Great, I think you're getting it. Let's move on. Dislike. Well, this is not about the result or the future, it's about the experience in general. So we can't use to plus infinitive. Now, if you've seen my other video where I talk about preference verbs, you will know that you can use don't like with to plus infinitive if you are talking about a specific preference. I don't like to boast, but I'm a pretty good artist. People often say I don't like to boast just before they boast about something. But when we change the word to dislike, why can't it be used with to plus infinitive? It means the same thing, doesn't it? Don't like, dislike? Well, yes. But dislike is talking about how you feel about the experience in general. I dislike boasting. It makes me uncomfortable. So I dislike the whole idea of boasting in general, anytime, ever. The experience of it makes me uncomfortable. You could also say, I don't like boasting if you're talking about boasting in general, not a specific thing that you were boasting about. Okay, next verb is discuss. What do you think? Discussing is about having a conversation, so it's about the process, the experience. Use the ing verb. Let's discuss moving to another office. Suggest. Again, this is something you do in the moment while you are having a conversation. So we need the ing verb. I suggest buying your theatre tickets early. Practice. When you practice something, it is a process. You might be working towards a goal, but it is still a process, an experience. So use the ing verb. Why don't you practice playing your guitar? If you practice speaking English every day, you will become fluent. Avoid. What do you think about avoid? Although this is something you can do in the future, it isn't about the result, it's about the process. Use the ing verb. You shouldn't avoid talking about your feelings. Now we move on to a couple of tricky ones where it's possible to use both verb forms. The first one is remember. The verb you use will depend on what you are trying to say. If you were talking about remembering something you need to do, then use our very organized to plus infinitive. I hope you remembered to wash your hands. It's a practical thing, all about the result, not the experience. But we can also remember doing something in the past. It's about the experience we had. It's nostalgic. So we need to use the ing verb. I can't remember going to kindergarten. The last verb we will look at is try. If you were trying to do something, you were focusing on the whole problem. It's the ultimate goal. She will try to be more organized. But if you are talking about the process you go through to get to the solution, so each separate method you use to solve the problem, then use the ing verb. So, what should she do to become more organized? Well, she should try getting up earlier in the morning. She should try making a daily to-do list. She should try getting better storage. All these things she tries will help her to reach her original, bigger goal. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, why don't you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Wherever you are, have a good one. See you next time. Bye.